The first thing that I want to say about this, starting this video off, is that this was Dr. Chandauka bringing this investigation to the Charity Commission of England and Wales. So I highly doubt that she would be doing the kind of thing that we're going to talk about right now. And then she's doing that right behind the scenes or whatever. And then she's going to come and start an investigation on herself when she's doing something, as the headline says, that would be a conflict of interest. I highly, highly doubt that someone that went to college for as long as she did and she's very educated would be that stupid. Now, as far as it goes for the client, would this man be that stupid to bring up an investigation into himself so that way it could look like he's innocent? Yes. Yes, Harry is definitely that stupid. But we do know that she's the one that started this this investigation with the Charity Commission, right? So what they're trying to say is in the investigation, they will be looking into this, among other claims, that there was a conflict of interest with the documents that show the HIV/AIDS charity spending £427,497 on consultants between June 23 and January of 25. Okay, now that doesn't sound odd in and of itself, but of course what the investigation is supposed to be looking for is basically what Harry is, a crony. It's looking for cronyism. And what cronyism is that you give contracts and deals to your friends, right? When in reality, you should be giving those to the people that are actually valid in whatever you're trying to investigate for, or in whatever you're trying to do, which in this case, it would be media, website, and fundraising advice. So what the client is trying to claim is that the Dr. Sophie Chandauka, she spent that $427,000 and she gave it to her friends, basically cronyism. And the only issue that I have with that, I don't think she's that stupid, Harry. Do I think that Harry is? Absolutely, because he's a friggin' moron. And because he's a rich person. We know how these rich people are. They will use other people's money so they can stay rich. So there's no doubt in my mind, when it actually comes to this investigation, I think she's going to be proven innocent. And I think the client is going to be proven, well, him and everybody else, right? They're going to be proven that they did harass her. They did, in fact, bully her, but we will see what happens. So this man, Jeffrey Hand, a charity governance and dispute resolution expert, says, I doubt the Charity Commission would major on the amount paid to consultants as such. They would be on the lookout for any conflicts of interest. For example, any personal connections between Sophie Chandauka and any of her chosen consultants. Now, that is just so tough for me to believe because this woman just doesn't come off that way. She doesn't come off as some type of corrupt, woke douchebag the way that the client does, where you have these people that are in high spots of charities and you can see it. They're handing out deals, they're handing out contracts to their friends, right? And hell, we just saw Harry put one of his own people in the Invictus Games Foundation. All right, literally, one of Harry's former royal aides is now a trustee in the Invictus Games Foundation. Message to Harry, you moron client. Sir, that's called cronyism, you idiot. So this guy goes on, Jeffrey Hand, they would want to know the decisions to engage consultants were properly made by the right people, the trustees, and that the trustees all took relevant factors into consideration in making those decisions. And of course, we have seen that the client claims that the investigation will uncover the truth about the problems that caused him to resign. Dude, we know what caused you to resign. You and the other trustees were crying, which, by the way, I do have to say that again. We still haven't seen that they've actually resigned. I can literally sit here and report to you. I have not seen any concrete proof that these idiots, including the client, have actually turned in any paperwork and said, yes, we are in fact resigning. So what all of this seems like is a tantrum. Well, we're going to resign if you don't get rid of her. That's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like to me. So as far as uncovering the truth, hey man, I think we've already seen the truth, you idiot.